But let me tell the members of parliament and Senate what is happening. And they'll thank me one day. I know William Ruto like the back of my hand. I stayed with him. This is what is happening. Most of these senators and members of parliament, except from Rift Valley, know that William Ruto is done, is one done.
Tafadhali tuwe wa kweli wa mambo tunayoyasema. Otherwise we cannot talk water while you are having wine.
Na imani mtapiga kura kwa kuangalia mtu na sio chama na sio kabila na sio masuala mengine mengi.
Hey folks, kama kawa, kama dawa, it is called a political chat. Na last week we had Duncan Otieno, whereby we discussed about the cost of corruption in Kenya. This week we had to switch gear and discuss about the return of Rigathi Gachagua.
Looking at the movement from the airport, they had a very good crowd moving with them until when the police also started, stopping them and preventing them from moving in the direction that they were moving to Kamkunji.
On the same about the return of Rigathi Gachagua, we also discussed about the public sentiment. What are the prevailing public opinion, both supportive and critical? But
all in all, we can't say that Rigathi movement from the USA to Kenya wasn't impactful.
Finally, we had to discuss about the church leaders in Kenya. Are they participating in this good moral in society?
Ukiangalia kesi ambazo zimekuwa kotini za viongozi wa makanisa, Pastor Ezekiel, ukiangalia kuna yule pastor mwingine huyo ambaye anatoka Kilifi, kesi zao zimekuwa zikifuatiliziwa kwa muda mrefu mpaka wengine wanaenda mpaka Senate.
Join me Daniel Kihoro alongside my able guest as we had a good conversation about the return of Rigathi Gachagua. And if you have not subscribed, please make sure you have subscribed. Come along with us.
This is Dove Podcast, crafting stories, building brands.
My name's Frederick Mulama Oponyo.
Thank you.
AKA Teacher Fred. I am a lead in Junda, and I vied for this position of MCA in the year 2022, and I came up as a position 4 out of 17.
Yeah. Before even we deep into this conversation, why did you decide politics and not business, not any other thing? Because you are from the other side of Kenya, that is Western. Ungekuwa mfugaji, uko watu wamepanda maharagwe, mahindi. Why politics?
Thank you. That's a good question. In fact, many people don't know I was born in Mombasa in Majengo area, and I went to Makupa Primary. I went to Baptist High School here in Mombasa, and then to TUM as my college. So Mombasa is my home. That's where I start with. But on the issue of politics now, my dad vied in the year 2017 for the MCA position in the party of ODM. So I was a great supporter of him. In fact, I was the main campaigner. So I moved everywhere with him, and this made me known everywhere. So after him failing in the nomination, and since he was a staunch believer of ODM, he decided to support the candidate who had won. So for that reason, we supported him, and he went through.
Yes.
For me, the story that you don't know about is that I'm a social worker. I've educated a lot of students in Junda Ward, orphan students. So this has given me a great opportunity to liaise with the community members, wananchi on the ground. So after that work that I'd done, wakasema kiongozi, wao wengine hawajafanya jambo lolote, but then wanasimama. For you, we can see what you've done. That's how I came up to decide to stand for this position.
Talking of the party, yes, you were position 4 out of, was it 17?
Yes.
Out of 17, I think you are position 4.
Yes.
The current MCA Junda, who is Sylvester, I'm trying to look here, Sylvester Kai,
Yes.
who had a UDA ticket,
Yes.
that he won with a UDA ticket. Remember 2022 ODM headway with Mombasa, but he won with UDA ticket. Number 2 was called Dorothy. Dorothy, she was from ODM,
Yes.
but after failing in the nomination,
Yes.
she switched now to independent ticket. Number 3 was Mohammed. I think now the ODM candidate. Then number 4, you. You've decided to come up with
independent ticket. Why independent? Never ODM, not UDA. Why independent candidate ticket? Sorry.
I think this also should be a message to the ODM party generally in all the other wards, because most of the time you find that there's a candidate who has a popularity in the big guys' room at the ODM's party. But then there are guys who have worked hard on the ground, and they are very popular, and everyone says that they want him to be the MCA. So whenever there is a push from the top during nominations, this usually scatters this party. And that's why we lost that position of MCA in Junda. And the main reason that the UDA guy won in Junda ward election 2022 is because we divided the ODM's votes. I took part of them, Dorothy took part of the votes, and also Elkindi took part of the ODM votes. I mean the Azimio votes. That's when UDA got an opportunity to pass in between, and they got that position. Initially, I'd gone. My plans were to go with ODM, but then at the end of the day, I decided to get in the same coalition with PA, which was an affiliate party in ODM. So I decided to go independent after seeing what was going on in between the nominations in ODM. That was the biggest headache in my committee in deciding that I got the direction of independent candidate.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Mr. Andrew. Not Andrew, sorry, Oponyo.
Yes.
Allow me first to say something. I want to recognize our sponsors because you are issue in a run our sponsors.
Are you looking for a school that focuses on a child's academic performance and that has affordable, friendly fees for both day and boarding? Bahari Parents Academy is a place to be. Bahari Parents Academy is a kindergarten, primary and secondary school that offers CBC and 844. We nurture them holistically by teaching them principles of life that will guarantee them success. The school is located at Mtwapa, Maweni area near Post Office. We've got well-trained teachers and also have the best experience with the urge to promote academic excellence to the students. The institution is situated in a calm environment which offers a conducive environment to students' learning. We offer various co-curricular activities such as swimming and taekwondo and have a children's play area for our kindergarten students. The school offers ICT learning sessions where the student gets a chance to use the school tablets. Transportation services are also offered at a very affordable price which guarantees the safety and timekeeping of our students. What are you waiting for? Admissions are in progress. We invite you to enroll your child and be part of us.
Back now to our today's topic. Our today's topic was about the return of Rigathi Gachagua. Remember, he had a 2-month tour in USA. But I've been trying to look the web since he came back. Yes. I was expecting a different thing on what we saw. Remember, we normally say that when the kingpin of some place get out of the country, like I can use a good example of Raila Amolo Odinga, when he was away from the country or outside the country, there could be a lot of peace. But wakati anarudi back, ungepata kuwa na a lot of wealth. But Rigathi Gachagua during his homecoming was totally different. In fact, we never saw that fanfare as we were expecting. Do you feel that Rigathi is still the kingpin of Mount Kenya, and does he has the influence, or his influence is falling?
Sure, that's a topic to be dwelled on.
Yes.
Kwa sababu cousin amekuja, he calls us cousin.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yes.
I would say that was strategically planned, his return, just as Raila has been doing and any other leaders in the previous years. Looking at the movement from the airport, they had a very good crowd moving with them until when the police also started, stopping them and preventing them from moving in the direction that they were moving to Kamkunji. But I still believe if Rigathi had reached Kamkunji ground, that would be a very big message for the DCP people specifically. But all in all, we can't say that Rigathi movement from the USA to Kenya wasn't impactful, because in the central Kenya, I would say, that is the place that movement is still moving very strongly, and anyone who is not following that track, it means he is not having a good opportunity in the year coming 2027. Yes, so
okay, so according to your understanding or according to your opinion, you feel that Rigathi is still the kingpin. Okay, he is still a leader, a great leader in Kenya.
Yeah, Rigathi is still a great leader in Kenya specifically, and I say this as a leader in mashinani. I mean, I mingle around with all the people in mashinani and get what they're talking. I would say that in Central Province, or maybe in Mlima, Rigathi is the main guy to watch, and I believe he's still giving the current government a sleepless night in all his moves that he's making. Hopefully, checking on the inclination that has been seen around Akina Sifuna, Akina Babu Owino, Akina Natembea moving together, and they're just directing to the Rigathi side. If he manages to get that team, then he's going to go nationwide.
Okay, I hope you have been following him while he was in USA. Yeah. During his recent remark in USA, he used a metaphor saying that the Kenyan diaspora, they are the dairy cows in Kenyan's economy, right? Yeah. According to my understanding, he was trying to say that they contribute a lot in Kenyan's economy, in which it's very true. I was trying to look at the statistics, and around 640, that is US dollar, 6.4 something US dollar, that is approximately to 640 Kenyan shillings per year, they are contributing to Kenyan's economy, right? Yeah. But I want to get clarification, and I want to get your opinion on this matter. However, was Rigathi using the metaphor to tell those people, the diaspora people, was his intention, was it pure that he wanted them to continue contributing to Kenyan's economy, or he was very hypocritical, whereby he needs their support?
I would say the diaspora guys there know and understand everything that is happening in Kenya. Even their remittance, they know the capacity of the remittance. Okay, so Rigathi was just reminding them that they are sending in a lot to Kenya, yet those funds are not being utilized in the economy. So in short, I would say he was hypocritical, of which to me it was a negative point to him, because all in all the diaspora are supposed to be contributing, so that whoever gets into the government has to get a moving government in place, rather than getting a skippled government which he has to start afresh. So my urge also is to the diaspora people. This is our country, and we are the only people who are going to build it. And politics aside. Yeah. So
he's very hypocritical, according to your understanding.
Exactly.
Rigathi Gachagua is very hypocritical. He's not doing the right thing.
Exactly.
I want us now to switch to the cost of corruption. The cost of corruption has been the discussed topic in Kenya today. We have three forms of government: the executive, the judiciary, and the legislature. I'll start by saying the roles of each arm of government. I know very well that something like legislature, they are there to make law. Then we have the executive to implement the law, and we have the judiciary to interpret the law, right?
Yes.
But we saw the statement by President Ruto, who is the head of the executive, saying that the lawmakers, to which the lawmakers are the members of parliament. Remember, the legislature consists of national parliament, national parliament and the Senate, right? Yeah. He was saying that some members in the parliament, they are corrupt. But I want to understand today, according to your understanding, do you feel that is there any arm of government that is failing in its role, so that there is this corruption that President Ruto was talking about?
I would say, since the beginning of this broad-based government, the legislature has been failing a lot, and has been failing the Kenyans a lot.
Or the legislature now?
Yeah, exactly. The legislature, exactly.
Justify, thank you.
Yeah, I'm justifying this because when I talk about legislatures,
yes,
those are the Senate and the National Assembly.
Yes.
Because now, currently, what is happening is agreements are being done, a coalition of agreements whereby MPs are being coerced to pass bills which are going to favor their parties and their coalition. And as things are going on here now, most probably we are going to see Kenya Kwanza working together with Azimio. So that is the first failure where we encountered that. And in fact, this caused a lot of repulsion during the Gen Z's demonstrations, whereby you find guys like Babu Wino and Sifuna are against the stand which was made by the broad-based government. If you look in regards to the judiciary, I would say this is the only arm of government that currently we are depending on, because all the decisions that have been made, look at the Inspector General who was involved in the death of this blogger guy from, I think it's Migori. Yeah, the judiciary managed that situation in a very organized manner, which gave a lot of confidence to Kenyans. That's just a simple example which is showing that the judiciary are now independent. That is the important term to use, because if judiciary are independent, then legislature are independent, then possibly we are going to get a well-running government. Yes.
So, if I want to get you want to say that the legislature is the one that is failing Kenyans.
Exactly.
Okay, I want just to go directly and state the roles of these three forms of government.
Yes.
We have the legislature.
Yes.
We have said very well that the legislature, its function is to make law.
Exactly.
Apart from making law, these people, they have to debate, and they have to do some process and passes. They have to amend law. They have to repeal law, and also represent the people. That is the legislature. Then we have here the executive. What's the role of the executive? Executive, their function is to implement the law, right? Implementing the law, I mean these people, they are the one to execute everything that is being passed in parliament, which is the legislature. Then you have the last arm of government, which is the judiciary. The function of judiciary is just to interpret the law. They must make sure that there's justice and everything that they must be followed in a constitutional way. Why are you blaming the legislature and not the judiciary, in which the judiciary, they are there to ensure that there is law and governance. Okay, law and governance will be complied according to the constitution. I think that's their main role. Why are you not blaming these people? You're blaming also the legislature.
Yes, my brother Kihoro, if you watched carefully, I didn't mention executive, which is the arm that is running the government currently. I didn't mention executive because it is the main arm that is I'm twisting the not the judiciary but the parliaments, both the senates and the main parliament, because all the bills that are being passed, the main information comes from the central government, whereby it's coming through the executive to the parliament, which enables the parliament to pass laws or rules, maybe not monitor well enough bills that are not pro people but are pro the government. That's why I say the parliament, specifically Senate and the main parliament, are the biggest failure being pushed by the executive. But then judiciary, because it's the last option for Kenyans. Yeah, whenever anything goes wrong from the parliaments, from the executive, that's the last option for the people of Kenya, and of which I would say from the previous going on, they've tried their best. The judiciary.
Why do you say that the judiciary, they have tried their best?
Looking from what has been happening this year and last year during the demonstrations, they have been standing still on the decisions that are favoring the local knowledge.
Can you just mention one decision that the judiciary has made, maybe?
If it wasn't about the judiciary, this blogger who was killed and being moved from Migori up to Nairobi, the judiciary stood very clearly on that, and this made the people who are culprits, like the IG now, being brought to the parliament and being grilled because of the fear of the judiciary plus the movement that was being pushed by the Gen Zs.
But I've been listening to the head of not the judiciary, who is the Chief Justice, Martha Koome.
Yes.
The other day she was saying that there is no independency in their functions, whereby she was complaining that the other two forms of government, that is the legislature and the executive, they're not giving them enough independence for them to do their thing. You now, as a political analyst and also as a leader, how can you advise the other two forms of government?
It's a routine that has been happening all these passing governments, because when you see the legislature complaining, it means the funding is being skewed now, because when you make decisions which are contrary to the thought or wishes of the executive and the parliament, that's when they start cutting your funds, and you are now getting crippled, not being able to perform your functions as it's supposed to be. So what I would say is that it is specifically to the parliament and the senate, we are elected to represent the people. So whenever we are in the parliament, let us all make sure that all our interest is geared toward the interest of the people, because at the end of the day, what you are pushing or the bills that you are passing now, not knowing at the end of this term you will be a normal citizen in Kenya, and the burden is also going to be fit yourself.
As we finish this discussion about the arms of government, you have said very well that the legislature are the one that have failed Kenyans.
Yes.
You, as an advocate of good governance,
Yes.
I want you now to speak to the legislature. What's your expectation? What do you want them to do so that at least you can give them a tick and say that these people are performing now?
Okay. As you all know, the government is being run by three arms. And for it to run smoothly, there's no time that you are going to find the legislature working successfully without the help or the coordination of the other arms. So my plea would be to the other arms of the government, because it should be that all their efforts are supposed to be geared towards the interest of Mwananchi at the end of the day. So as much as the judiciary is working hard towards that direction, let us not politicize all these issues, because once we start politicizing them, that's when we miss the point and start pushing on the wrong direction.
Yeah. All right. I want now to switch to ethics, which although it's also a discussion on the same thing about corruption. We have been seeing church leaders reacting to President Ruto's statement, and like someone like Martin Kibura, who is a bishop, diocese of I think diocese of Kiambu Catholic Church. How are these? We as Kenyans, we expect also the religious leaders to fight for good governance and morals and ethics in society, because they are the one who teach us morals. How are these religion leaders presenting themselves in this discourse? Are they guiding us in the right way, or they are not participating in this?
Sure. I think this should be a monumental time for our religious leaders, because we believe they are our elders, and before they make a decision, specifically on a huge issue like our country, they must have thought deeply about these issues. Looking at the 2022 elections and how they were divided in party lines, they really disappointed us in their decision making. And we realize, specifically the Gen Zs, our religious leaders were aligned mostly due to their political gains, financial gains, and that's why we are having what we are having currently as a government. That's my personal belief. So for the religious leaders, this is their other opportunity that they are having now to set the record straight and making the rightful decisions, because they are our spiritual leaders. Apart from just making the other decisions, they are being followed by people who even are not educated and people who don't understand it, provided that they are our spiritual leaders. So I would urge our spiritual leaders to get back again and formulate themselves now, so that when they come again, let their words and their decisions reflect the interest of the people like the olden times.
wanaoponywa.
Yes.
Unajua vyema kabisa venye nimezungumza tukasema ya kwamba viongozi wa makanisa ndio wanapeana kitu ambacho kinaitwa maadili mema kwenye jamii, sio?
Ndio.
Lakini wakati mwingine unapata wanajaribu kuzungumza, wakizungumza wakisema ya kwamba labda mambo haya yanafaa kufanywa tofauti na vile jinsi ambavyo yanafanywa. Lakini wakati mwingine unapata ukizungumzia masuala ya ufisadi nchini, unapata wakati mwingine hao viongozi labda wameitwa na rais wa Jamhuri ya Kenya, wamekuwa na kikao, labda walikuwa wanajaribu kutuelezea kitu, lakini unapata baada ya siku 3 ama 4 wanaitwa kuwa na kikao labda na rais, au wanapata na kiongozi mbalimbali. Wakitoka hapo unapata ile nguvu walikuwa nayo, walikuwa wanazungumza inabadilika kabisa. Sijui kama unaweza kusema pia viongozi wa makanisa wanajihusisha na ufisadi nchini.
Siwezi sema haswa kuwa viongozi wa makanisa wanajihusisha na ufisadi, lakini hata hivyo kulingana na hali ambayo imekuwa hapa nyuma, ukiangalia kesi ambazo zimekuwa kotini za viongozi wa makanisa, Pastor Ezekiel, ukiangalia kuna yule pastor mwingine huyo ambaye anatoka Kilifi, kesi zao zimekuwa zikifuatiliziwa kwa muda mrefu mpaka wengine wanaenda mpaka Senate, but then at the end of the day unapata pia wamealikwa kanisa kule State House. And then wakishafika kule, wakishaomba pamoja, unapata hizo kesi pia zinakuwa sasa ni kama zinapotea.
So ngoja kulingana na wewe unamaanisha kwamba wale watu wanaenda pale kuomba, wao wanaenda kuombea nchi kulingana na wewe?
Naweza sema wote wanafika pale kwa sababu serikali pia kwa jumla inajua mapastors ama viongozi wa kidini ambao wako na influence kubwa ambayo inaweza kuwa ni ya kiasi cha kiasi sawa. So hiyo influence mara nyingi ikiwa iko negative to the government, lazima utapata kiongozi amesongezwa karibu. Na hivi mimi nasema hivi kwa sababu ukiangalia viongozi wote wa kanisa ambao wamekuwa kicriticize serikali, at the end of the day umepata wanajipata na kesi zingine za hapa na pale. So kama church leaders, viongozi wa kanisa, itakuwa ni muhimu sana wazingatie maadili ya kanisa. Najua hali sasa hizi ni tofauti, sio kama ile wakati wako nyuma unapata kina Daniel walitupwa kwa shimo ambayo ilikuwa na simba na wakaamua kukufa hivyo hivyo. Hali ya sasa ni tofauti, lakini bado sisi tuko na imani na viongozi wa kidini na wa makanisa kwa sababu wao ndio watatupatia mwelekeo ambao unaofaa.
Sababu Kenya imefanya niulize hivyo, unapata mara kwa mara viongozi hao wakiitwa labda tuseme pale cool. Unapata kuna kitu inaitwa media for the state, sio?
Yes.
After the executive, judiciary and legislature, hao namba 4 na wanasema wao ni kioo cha jamii, sio?
Yes.
Swali yangu ni je, mbona wakati tuseme mazungumzo ni mambo ambayo yanafaa kuwa tuseme ni kitu kizuri ambacho kinafanyika, sisi tunafaa kama wananchi wote basi tunayaona, ile wakati wanaunda mkutano au utapata hiyo mkutano hawatuelezi ni hawatuweki hadharani ili tuone ni mambo yapi walikuwa wanayazungumza, utapata wameyaficha, lakini baadaye wanatoa tu ujumbe, wanasema kwamba labda tuseme rais alizungumza na viongozi wa makanisa wakazungumzia haya na haya na haya. Mbona wasiete kwa public domain ili wanahabari wote wawe pale, kama ni kuomba iombo kila mtu aone? Mbona wanaifanya kwa giza?
Naweza sema upande wa madhehebu ya makanisa yote ambayo huwa yanaitwa, ukipata pengine ni pale kwa ikulu, huwa kuna sababu. Kuna wengi ambao hawajaitwa mahala pale, na kuna wale ambao wameitwa na wameitwa na sababu, na most of the time utapata sababu ni kuwa kuiunga serikali mkono, na wote wakitoka pale utapata njia ni moja. Kwa hivyo utapata mambo mengi ambayo yanazungumzwa pale, mengine si yale ambayo kuna interest ya mwananchi haswa, lakini interest ya kupeleka serikali. Ili swali ambalo,
kwa hivyo swali langu nalijibia kwamba viongozi wa makanisa pia wakati mwingine ni wafisadi. Hivyo ndio nataka kumaanisha sasa kulingana na kauli yako Bwana Oponyo.
Kauli yangu ni kuwa kama kweli wangekuwa wanaenda kwa nia ya wananchi, basi wangekuwa wanaweka wazi.
Siulizi hilo swali tena. I want us now to finish our today's conversation with this last topic, in which it's going to be very few. I want to discuss about the Kenya Moja Coalition. The Kenya Moja Coalition led by Sifuna, Senator Nairobi,
yes.
Mushoma, MP Githunguri, sorry. Yeah. We have Mushoma, MP yes. Githunguri, we have Caleb Ambisi,
yes,
MP Saboti, that is Trans Nzoia County,
yes.
And we have Embakasi MP, Babu Owino.
Yeah.
All these MPs, they have their chama.
Yeah.
They have their
parties.
Party.
Yeah.
Like Sifuna, Caleb Ambisi, and Babu Owino, they're from ODM. that tukiangalia Mshoma alipokuwa UDA, but they are coming up with their political, they are coming up with their coalition. The other day they have been asked, why are you saluting your political parties? They were saying that they have their mission. In fact, they are calling themselves the young leaders. Do you feel that this coalition can lead Kenya to the right direction, or it is just the normal political game in Kenya?
I would say that what the Kinasifunas and the Kina Obabuino are bringing to the Kenyan politics is a fresh breath. It's a fresh breath of fresh leaders who have different thoughts in regards to what we've been seeing. And what I would say is that we need to have options so that we make the right decision. Let the Gachaguas be on this side, the Kinasifuna be on this side, the progressive government be on one side. Then Kenyans will have an option to make the rightful decision. Though we understand very well about Kenyan's politics, there is a very strict supporter of Gachagua who asked me this question.
Yes.
That he feels like Ruto is going to lose. President Ruto is going to lose in the election 2027.
Yes.
And my answer was very clear to him that Kenyans might decide to make Ruto not to win the 2027 elections. But then, as we are used in elections in Africa specifically, because there is no president who has gone for one term.
Yes.
Not unless the Ivory Coast president who was posted.
Yes.
All the presidents have been doing 10 years. So many supporters who are working together, that's my perception, who are working together with the current government, the MCAs and the MPs, many of them are going to be the culprits in the 2027 election.
Okay.
But I still believe we are going to have President Ruto as our president in the year 2027.
Okay.
Yeah.
Aki, asante sana kwa kuwa nasi. We really say thank you. At least you have give us deep insights about Kenya politics.
Yes.
And I hope we'll have another discussion another day so that at least you can continue giving us. Remember pia, kuna hizo nilikuwa nataka kuuliza, do you have any ambition maybe 2027 are you going to vie again for ama umemaliza hiyo story ya mambo ya siasa ya kusimama? Unajua unaweza amua sasa wewe kiongozi tu lakini utaki kusimama tena. Ama unataka hata kuchange pia usome kule kule Busia.
Hii safari bado ni mrefu na once tumeanza lazima tumalize. Kwa hivyo wakati huu sasa ni wakati wa kurekebisha pale ambapo tulienda makosa, kutafuta the right party, kuangalia kamilifu ni mbinu gani ambapo wananchi wa Junda wanafaa kusaidiwa na kupata uongozi wa aina gani.
Okay.
Yes.
So 2027 are you going to be there?
I'm still there.
I just want to give you that seconds to say something to Junda people. Greet them, tell them something, and also speak to Kenyans as we finish this conversation in this time.
Thank you very much. To my people of Junda, my name is Frederick Mulama and you know me very well. I am a social worker and I've been working with the people of Junda on the ground for the last 9 years. We say 2027 election is going to be an election done on track records. Umefanya nini? What example have you shown so that you continue with the legacy?
Yes.
In the year 2027 going ahead. Na imani utapiga kura kwa kuangalia mtu na sio chama na sio kabila na sio masuala mengine mengi. Mimi ni wenu, mtumishi wenu, na naomba mzidi kunishika mkono kwa hii safari 27 and I won't disappoint you. In regards to the issues national politics general, I would say that this field is still very open and we are all going to engage in it respectively and putting in mind that we are doing this for the benefit of our people. That's my comment.
Okay. Thank you so much for your time.
Yes.
Thank you so much for everything and thank you so much for being with us here. Hapa ndo podcast tunasema we craft stories and we build brand. Tunajua wewe ni jamaa ambaye uko na malengo mazuri hapo mbele na pia tunakutakia kila laheri kwa safari yako ya kisiasa. Tutakuhitaji tena ili tuweze kuzungumza mengi zaidi. Ila kwa leo tunasema acha tuachie hapo kwa sababu nikiangalia mwelekezo wangu anataka kulimaliza. Asante sana Bwana Oponyo. Wakati pia unaenda kufanya siasa hapo mbele.
Yes.
Pia ukumbuke ndio podcast kidogo utasema kwamba unajua tumetoka mbali na bado tunaendelea kwenda mbali. Asante sana. To our audience, thank you so much for being with us since the beginning of the show until now. I want to recognize the following: our sponsors, Imam Shafi and Bahari Schools. Thank you for your sponsorship, for the great support that you have been giving us. Also, I want to talk to our able director, Ayanle Mohamed. Asante sana kwa support yako pia. Tunasema asante sana. Chacha Jackson, our media consultant, tunasema pia wewe umetusaidia zaidi na tunakupatia heko na kongole. Mwiji Athmani, the head of communication, thank you so much sir. We have Jennifer Kadu, logistics, asante sana. We have our producer Musa Saro, asante sana, and Mahir, who is our DOP, the head of camera. Asante sana, our audience, pia shukran sana. If you have not subscribed, please make sure you subscribe. Until next time, I was your host, Daniel Kihoro. Bye bye.
Are you seeking for a school that provides an excellent education? Look no further. Bahari Parents High School is the best institution for your child. We are now accepting applications with vacancies available for students in Form 1 to 3. Our school is situated in the vibrant Mtopa area of Mombasa. Our facility is composed of highly experienced and dedicated teachers who are committed to the success of our students. Our practical science program are practically exceptional into scientific concepts. We are also proud to offer a range of extracurricular activity including sports and encourages students to develop their unique talents and interests. Join us and experience the many benefits of a comprehensive education